What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and this is my next episode of Joe Winko Talk. So, this is this isn't going to be a really morbid episode of Joe Winko Talk at all, but it is going to be a bit negative and it is going to be personal. I'm really just talking about this because I just seriously need to vent about all this and the stuff that's on my mind and everything, and I just wanted to be honest with you guys about everything that's going on. Well, if any of you are watching the news, you would know that we're in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic and stuff has been closed down for a while, but in a lot of states, things are starting to reopen again all over the country. And in all honesty, I just think that's a horrible idea for them to be reopening stuff because this virus is spreading and people are literally dropping dead every single day. And the thing that sucks about it is this whole pandemic, it's became very political. Like Republicans think that people should go back to work and life should go back to normal, even though people are dying all the time. And then Democrats are thinking that no one should go out at all and people should just stay put until they come up with an effective treatment or vaccine for the virus. And it's just awful that all this is going on. And I'm very worried too. And this may seem a bit humorous, but I found this picture on Facebook. It's a meme. Let me show it to you guys right now. That's Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Under her is a caption that says, "I want to reopen now." And Willy Wonka is like, "No, stop, please." And that's exactly how I am. I think it's a bad idea for people to reopen stuff because, mark my words, the coronavirus cases are going to go up if they do that. And the thing that sucks is all those people out there protesting and everything, it's not just something that's going to affect them. It's going to affect everyone else. Like, say one of them has a person who they live with who doesn't think stuff should reopen at all and thinks that people should stay put. And then they go out there and protest, they get infected, and then they bring it home and spread it. That's exactly what's going to happen, and it's messed up, really. And I actually showed that picture, the one with Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I showed it to my one friend that I have. You guys remember the stranger who took me on the road trip to Arkansas way back in 2017? I showed that to him, and he thought it was funny, and he even pointed out to me that she's wearing Republican red, and I didn't even notice that, but it made me laugh, really, because my friend who took me on the road trip to Arkansas, well, I always call him the stranger, but his name is Slade, in case you guys are wondering. He's like a straight-up Democrat, as I described earlier, and that was funny, but he also told me to be very careful because with all this stuff reopening and everything, the coronavirus cases are going to go back up. And it happened during the Spanish flu pandemic back in 1918 and 1919, the second wave, because they've been talking about like flattening the curve for the wave of infections. That's what they mean by stopping people from getting infected with social distancing and everything. What I've been trying to do this whole entire time. And let me show you this chart right here. Here it is. So those are the Spanish flu deaths per thousands. Notice how it started out really small at first. That's when it first started going on. That's the first wave. But then look how many people were killed in the second wave. And then even after that, there was a third wave. And it's messed up and it's really concerning. And in all honesty, I don't feel like people are paying enough attention to that. And history is just going to repeat itself with this. And it's scary. The stranger also told me that the Spanish flu, when it first started, it killed 120,000 people. But then in the second wave, it killed 500,000 people. And it's just really sad and really haunting knowing that the death toll from coronavirus is going to go up. I'm worried about it, and I'm even more worried about it right now because I don't live by myself at all. For those of you who don't know, I live in Florida, and usually I'm always here by myself, but ever since this coronavirus stuff started going on, my adoptive dad's brothers, these two men that I live with, they've been here more often. And with this whole coronavirus thing, they tell you that you're supposed to socially distance and keep your distance from people, but it doesn't seem like my adoptive dad's brothers are taking this very seriously, and that worries me. I mean, they're both Republican and Donald Trump supporters, and they also think that everything should reopen, and I just think that's a horrible idea, really. And I really don't feel comfortable being here with them, but I have no other place to go, and it sucks, honestly. They're usually always gone, though. They're usually always gone, though, because they both have girlfriends, and they're usually, like, always staying with them. But I don't know why they decided to come back now, because, as you all know, I'm African American, and African Americans are more likely to die from coronavirus than white people are. So that's another thing I'm worried about. Also, I have a chronic condition, type 1 diabetes, that makes me more susceptible. And I even told them that, but they just seem to laugh it off and blow it off. And how do you think that makes me feel? But I don't know why they both have to be here. I mean, they're usually always gone, but why are they both back? Why can't they just both stay away from me? Seriously. That's what I've been worried about. However, they have been keeping their distance. They're starting to. I mean, not as much as I hoped they would, but one of them has been staying over at his girlfriend's house more often now, and I'm very glad about that, but one of them is still here, and I don't know why. I mean, basically his girlfriend lives in another state, and he's usually always with her, but I don't know why he decided to come back now. I mean, they both know that I'm worried about this coronavirus stuff, and I even remember overhearing one of them on the phone talking about how Dr. Fauci is lying about this coronavirus stuff and that it's not really as bad as they're saying it is. And that made me feel even more uncomfortable, really. This may seem a bit cruel and a bit mean, but I honestly wish both of them would just go away and disappear. I would feel so much safer if I was riding this out by myself, but I'm really not. And it's ironic, I mean, to hear someone say that they'd feel safer if they were riding it out by themselves, but I'm really not. And I even explained that in my last video, my not on the same boat and wanting to escape episode of Joe Winko Talk. But there's more stuff I have to say about that. I can't really say it all in this video, but I'm going to be explaining it in a future episode of Joe Winko Talk. It's just really concerning, honestly. But I'm glad they're starting to keep their distance from me, and I've been hoping that they would. And I just hope that they just both go to their girlfriend's house and just stay away from me and just leave me alone, literally. And this is gonna sound really weird, but can you guys all please do this for me? Can you all please pray that both of them stay away from me and just stay with their girlfriends instead, and that they both go back to their girlfriends and everything? I would really appreciate it if all of you did that. Just pray that they go over to their girlfriend's house or whatever, and they just stay away from me. I would really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I mean, it's nothing personal, but it's just that we're supposed to be social distancing, and I don't want to be around people like that who aren't taking the coronavirus seriously. That's concerning, because I'm definitely taking it seriously. So, that's basically that. Also, another thing, with everything I said about the whole second wave, it might not happen right away because it is summer. It's starting to become summer. It's already May. It'll be June pretty soon. And I did read online that sunlight helps kill the virus. And I'm just worried that the doctors and the scientists and the people doing research on this, they're not going to keep looking for a cure or a vaccine because the cases are going down because it's summer. And then when fall rolls around, that's when the second wave hits and things get really bad. That's what I'm really worried about. But I'm pretty sure they'll keep looking for it. I hope so. They also need to discover a more effective treatment because they said it's going to take them forever to come out with a vaccine. And I'm hoping that they'll have a vaccine ready by September. I mean, lots of people tell me that it might not be true, that they might not be able to get one out that fast. But I remember reading online that they said that they might release a vaccine by September, and I seriously hope that it's true, honestly. I'll have a link to the news article where I read that. And another thing was I was told that if you take vitamin D, it helps your body produce antibodies against the coronavirus if you happen to catch it. So I've been taking a lot of vitamin D too. You can also get vitamin D from walking outside and getting sunlight. I've been doing that as well. And one thing that I really been wanting to do was to get an antibody test for coronavirus. Because if you get an antibody test, they can tell you whether you're immune or not. And the thing is, they're not 100% sure how long the antibodies protect you. So I'd still be taking precautions like wearing my mask and wearing my goggles and everything, since the coronavirus can infect you through your eyes, and still keeping my distance from people, but it would give me a slight peace of mind. Also, another thing I would want to do is donate my plasma to help save people with coronavirus. I was just bringing that up earlier. Like when this whole coronavirus thing started, from the people who recovered, can't they use their blood or something with the antibodies to help save them? And that's definitely something I would want to do if I end up having coronavirus antibodies in my blood. So, yeah, I hope this all works out because I've been worried. Because I just think it would be really messed up and really cruel if I ended up getting coronavirus and if I ended up dying from it. It'd just be really unfair, honestly. Especially now. Because it'd just be really unfair, honestly. So I'm going to try to stay positive. I'm going to try to keep doing more videos for YouTube, keep myself occupied, and continue to keep my distance. Pretty sure you guys hear them right now. So, that's basically it for this episode of Joe Winko Talk. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to pray, please, what I said earlier. And don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. So that's it. Peace out, people.